guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I decided to do something more fun, colorful, just in the spirit of summer, even though we're cooped up in the house, but it is what it is. Everything that I use is very affordable. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. First things first, I already moisturized my skin. I'm gonna prime my skin with the Maybelline BabySkin. Ooh, look at that focus though. It's a pore eraser. It feels really nice. I'm gonna just be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I have a few like breakout spots too that I like to hide them. I'm just using like the bottom of my beauty blender. This is what I'm really excited about. I'm using the Revlon Colorstay. I got this at Shoppers. I didn't swatch this in the store, so we're gonna just hope for the best. Shoppers doesn't really give you a chance to swatch because everything's closed, plus there's corona and I'm not trying to touch anything, so I literally just guessed. I think it matches. I'm just using a brush. I stopped using sponges to like blend my foundation because I find that it just absorbs everything and I waste so much foundation. So this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn. Ooh, baby girl, she coming together slowly but surely. Just get it all seamless. We just want to be seamless. Okay, next I'm gonna use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. Is it gonna focus? Golden. I'm just gonna go directly under the eye, just like that. You remember in 2016 when we used to do like the big triangle under your face? We are leaving the triangles in 2016. I'm gonna go ahead and contour, so I'm gonna let the concealer sit on my face just a little bit, get like a little bit like let it dry down so that I can get more coverage. I'm gonna contour with the NYX Wonderstick. It won't work. So it's the double-sided one. It's like a highlight and a contour. This is old. This came out I think like a couple of years ago, but I've never tried it. I'm gonna use this to cream contour. We just trying new things over here, honey. I'm not really even a cream contour type of person. I probably should have used a brush for my nose. I'm lazy. Okay, so I'm gonna blend my contour out with a brush. I do like the color. The color is nice. It kind of does have like a warmness to it, which is what I like. Do I look chiseled? So now I'm just gonna take that beauty blender and go ahead and blend my concealer. I'm just gonna spray my sponge with some setting mist just to help it move around. I went and got the foundation at Shoppers. Maybe it's just because of where I live, but it's almost impossible for me to find a shade for my skin. Like it took me so long to find a match. I don't know. It's kind of disappointing to see that brands are still not being inclusive. There are a lot of brands that are doing, you know, a really good job, but I couldn't even find a bronzer for my skin tone in the drugstore, so they need to do better. So I'm just blending the contour with my highlight. Okay, now I'm gonna set my face using the Satcha Buttercup. Just set my under eye. I just put it everywhere where I highlight. I know it looks crazy, but trust me, it'll come together, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and dust away the powder on my face, but I'm just gonna leave it under my eyes for now because I'm gonna go into eyeshadow, so I just want to keep it there so that in case I do get any fallout, it'll catch all the shadow that falls on my face. But I probably should have done my eyes first for this look. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a bold brow. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush my brows up. So I do that, I do that, I do that, I do that. I'm going to be using the NYX Tame Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. Ooh, don't you just... Lord Jesus, I just dropped it. Okay. And just any angle brush like this. Just focus on me. Oh God, whatever. It's not gonna focus. So it's just an angle brush, okay? So we just go and dip, 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 dip. Just drawing a line under. Okay, that looks horrible, but it's okay because we have concealer to fix everything. Y'all, my room is hot. Like, I don't know what to do. Should I turn on the fan? But then you won't hear me. I'm about to sweat my face off. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I should have did my brows off camera. So I always like to go like a shade lighter than my brows if I'm picking a shade. If you're having issues like trying to find the right brow shade, I would recommend doing that because, like, for example, my brow hairs are black, so if I use a black pomade, I'm gonna look like a whole crazy person. And we're trying to look cute, you know, like we're not trying to look crazy. So I'll use more of like a chocolatey brown or like a softer brown, you know. Outline the bottom. Why did I drink so much coffee today? I don't know. My hand is like this. Ooh, child, she is shaking. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of my brows off camera and I will be right back. So the palette that I'm using today is this one. So this is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. And it's just like a bunch of really pretty summery colors. My transition shade, I used this like lighter orange with like a random fluffy brush. So I usually kind of put my transition shade like under the brow bone, but I'm gonna go a little higher closer to the brow because I want that like gradient effect. We are just buffing that out. So now I'm just gonna go into like the darker orange next to it using the same fluffy brush, and I'm going slightly underneath, not like, you know, too far down, but just a little bit. Okay, so with a more like dense blending brush, I'm going into that dark orange and I'm just gonna concentrate that color a little bit more. So the denser your brush, the more pigment you're gonna get. So I'm just starting off by just tapping the color in before I blend it out. That way I can build up the pigment more. Are you done? You guys, do you ever get like excited when you're doing your makeup? As soon as I start putting my lashes on and my brows, I'm just like, that's me. So now I'm just going with a really light hand. I'm just gonna blend? What am I saying? I'm just blending it really, really lightly, like barely touching my eye. The darker purple down here, I just dip my finger in it. I'm just starting at the bottom here and I'm just building that pigment up. Okay, okay, okay. So now I'm taking that brush, dipping in here and here. I'm just going into the crease and I'm just patting. Not blending, I'm just patting the color. I'm just going to lightly, very lightly, blend the edges out. Next, going into my Jaclyn Hill palette. There's a purple shade in there that I love right here. I'm just gonna take it on my finger and I'm just going to put that on the lid. I'm gonna go in with the same blending brush that I was packing on the purple with. I'm just gonna keep on blending the edges. So with a more dense brush, I'm going in with a deeper orange and kind of repeating like what we did on the top. So this brush is just flat, but with that same purple, those two purple shades in the palette, I'm just going under the lash line. black eyeshadow in the palette. Use like a little pencil brush like this, and I'm just gonna go under the lash line again, closer to my waterline, and I'm gonna bring it into the tear duct too. Smoked out look. You got me? You feel me? I know it's supposed to be an affordable look. I don't know why I put these lashes on. Lily Lash in Miami. These are my favorite lashes ever. They're kind of on the pricier side, but you can use any lash, really. I just wanted something that's more wispy and not too dense. Okay, my bad. My camera cut out. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist set. This is actually a good setting spray. So I couldn't find a drugstore bronzer for my skin, sadly. So I'm just gonna be using my favorite bronzer ever. And just kind of like closer to the higher points of my cheekbones. Like I don't want to bring this too low. And then that's when it starts looking all crazy. After I do my bronzer, I like to just use like a fluffy big brush and just blend. Then I'm going to be using the Rimmel Max blush, the shade Wildcard. I'm going to just use the same brush because I'm not trying to do the most. And then I'm just going to use the Master Chrome highlighter, and this one's kind of old too. I haven't used it before. So I'm just using like a regular highlighting brush, and all my brushes are from BH Cosmetics. I literally just spent $20 on a pack of 12 brushes. It really doesn't need to be expensive, you know? That's a drugstore, guy. That's a drugstore highlighter. That's insane. I'm shook. I was sleeping on this. And I like to highlight my temples too. Gives like the face a whole glow, you know, when you put it at the top, but that's obviously optional as well. Okay, I think we're done for the face. I'm gonna blend. We are on to the lips. I'm gonna be using the NYX lip liner, and this is the shade Urban Cafe, and I've never used this before. My favorite lip liner is Cork, but I'm trying to do a more affordable look, so this is more like chestnut, I think. Ooh, it's like it glides on really nice. Y'all, I be overlining my lips. I be lying to the whole world. This is the NYX, I'm trying to hide my nails now, soft matte lip cream in the shade London. I don't know yet. It's can't cope, you know. I think it's a little bit too much for me. Okay, let's try this again. And the same lip cream. All right, I basically topped my lips off with this gloss. The name kind of rubbed off, but this is the NYX lip gloss in the shade Tan. So yeah, guys, that completes this look.